Romanticism. Romanticism in American literature brought us some of the world's greatest writers: Edgar Allan Poe, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Herman Melville, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Washington Irving, whose story we just read, The Devil and Tom Walker, and Henry David Thoreau. The Minister's Black Veil by Nathaniel Hawthorne contains many of the elements of the American Romanticism literary movement, a movement that championed the individual and was fascinated with death and the supernatural. American Romantic writers often delve into the secrets of the human heart and soul. Romance describes strange lands and wonderful adventures. It allows the writer greater latitude to include the marvelous with the real. The romance may include the traditional hero with the white hat on the white horse, the evil villain with the long black mustache, the lovely young woman in need of rescue, and the hairbreadth rescue. Romanticism as a movement began in the late 18th century, moved to England where it developed an emphasis on the glorification of nature, the supernatural, and the rebel, the individual against society. It spread to America in the early to mid 19th century and is represented in such writers as Hawthorne, Poe, and Cooper. In the 1830s, America began to experience the impact of the Romantic movement that was transforming European civilization. Like the European movement, of which it was an offshoot, American Romanticism was, in a broad sense, a new attitude towards nature, humanity, and society that espoused individualism and freedom. Many trends characterized American Romanticism. Among the most important are the following: an impulse towards reform, temperance, women's rights, abolition of slavery. You saw this in a celebration of individualism from Emerson and Thoreau, or a reverence for nature, and the authors Cooper, Emerson, and Thoreau wrote about this. There was also another facet of it, is a concern with the impact of new technology, the locomotive, for example. So in Poe's Annabel Lee, he had the idealization of women. He also had a fascination with death and the supernatural, along with Hawthorne. So here are the aspects then of the American Romanticism. These are the characteristics that we're going to discuss, how they appear in the stories and how the characters and the settings help bring these about. So the first one is the fascination with the supernatural. Second one, an intermingling of the marvelous with the real. The fascination with death and supernatural. The idealization of women, and the celebration of individualism. The next few slides we will complete after we have read The Minister's Black Veil, because we're going to come back and look at some of these passages and then see what aspect of Americanism they are portraying, and then we're going to write our interpretation of the passage. In other words, put it in our words, what do you think that passage meant?